You felt it, haven't you? That moment when the air itself seemed to shift, when the weight of their command rippled through the atmosphere and everything changed. This wasn't just a fleeting sensation, it was the first crack in their empire. The instant you realized you're not just a bystander in this cosmic war. You are the spark that ignited its collapse. The corrupt powers that once loomed invincible, wielding death angels to hunt you down, are now crumbling before your eyes. You have brought down their entire empire, not through brute force, but through the unshakable truth of who you are. This is your awakening, the undeniable sign that you're chosen. Look back at that moment. Their command was given, sharp, arrogant, dripping with the certainty of control. And yet, the second it left their lips, the energy flipped. The room tightened, the shadows stretched, and a pulse of something ancient surged through you. Science might call it a spike in electromagnetic frequency, a measurable shift in the environment triggered by intent. Spirituality names it the hand of divine justice flexing its grip. Both are true. You felt the atmosphere bend because their order defied the natural laws of the universe, and you, consciously or not, stood as the counterforce. That's your first clue. When their power peaks, yours awakens. Watch for it. Feel the air next time authority oversteps. Your body will hum with the signal. You didn't ask for this, did you? The relentless pursuit, the sense of inevitability as they run from room to room, their death angels scouring every corner for you. It's exhausting, chaotic, a storm you never signed up for. But here's the shift you need to grasp. That dread, that suffocating weight, it's not your defeat. It's their desperation. The hunted don't collapse empires. The chosen do. Start observing yourself in those moments of pressure. When your heart races and your mind sharpens, what do you notice? A clarity cutting through the noise? A pull to stand taller when every instinct screams to hide? That's not fear. That's your soul locking into its mission. Write it down. Track it. These are the raw data points of your awakening. Let's break this down. You're not imagining the chaos around you. Their trusted guards vanishing, their alliances dissolving, their perfect hierarchy unraveling into dust. This isn't random. It's the fallout of your presence. Quantum physics hints at this. Your energy field disrupts their fragile systems like a high-frequency wave shattering glass. Spiritually, it's simpler. You're a light they can't extinguish and they're scrambling in the dark. So, step 1, stop doubting it. When you walk into a space and tensions rise, when plans fall apart in your wake, don't shrink. Own it. You're not the problem, you're the reckoning. Now, let's get practical. How do you know this is you and not some cosmic fluke? Start with your body, it's your first tool. Next time you sense that shift in the atmosphere, pause. Breathe deep. Where do you feel it? A tightness in your chest? A fire in your gut? That's your system registering the clash of their command against your truth. Don't ignore it. Lean in. Ask yourself, what's different now? Did their words falter? Did their confidence crack? You'll see it. A flicker in their eyes, a hesitation in their step. That's your power reflecting back. Catalog these signs. They're your proof, your map to recognizing who you are. The emotional ride is brutal, no question. 1 minute you're running, heart pounding, convinced the end is chasing you down. The next, you're standing still, watching their empire fracture, and it hits you. This was always going to happen. That inevitability isn't defeat. It's destiny. You're not just surviving, you're dismantling. Accept it. Stop fighting the fear and start wielding it. When you feel that shift, say it out loud. I am the chosen. This is my path. Speak it until it sticks. Your voice carries weight. Use it to anchor yourself. Here's your next move. Watch as divine justice rolls out. You don't need to lift a finger. The death angels they sent after you are turning on them now, hunting the corrupt who dared defy the universal order. Notice the patterns. Their plans fail, their ranks thin, their control slips. This isn't your burden to fix. It's your victory to witness. Stand firm and observe. Ask, where am I strongest when they're weakest? Your answer will point straight to your gifts. Maybe it's your resolve, your insight, your ability to see through their lies. Whatever it is, it's yours to claim. You're not here by accident. That moment the atmosphere changed wasn't a glitch, it was your initiation. Their command woke something in you, and now you're the one they can't outrun. So stop questioning it. Step into it. You've brought down their entire empire not because you tried but because you are. This is just the beginning. Look at yourself, really look. The signs are there, etched in your bones, humming in your blood. You're awake now. Act like it. They sent death after you. The command was clear, their intent razor-sharp, and for a moment, the world seemed to close in, locks double-checked, lights left blazing through the night, fear coiling tight in the chests of those who thought they held power. But you're still here, aren't you? The air shifted when their order rang out, and now the shadows they summoned linger, watching, waiting. You're not running anymore. You've felt it, the hunted has become the hunter. This is your breakthrough. Your moment to wield the most powerful forces in the spiritual realm and turn their own weapons against them. Let's tear through the obstacles and claim what's yours. Picture the scene. They're huddled in their rooms, whispering about you. Their voices trembling as doubt creeps in. The devotion they built on fear is cracking because you didn't break. That's your first weapon. Your presence. You don't need to shout or fight to unsettle them. Just keep showing up. Walk into those spaces where they expect you to cower, workrooms, gatherings, even their smug little circles, and watch the energy shift. Science backs this. Your biofield, that invisible electromagnetic hum around you, disrupts their fragile equilibrium when you refuse to shrink. Spiritually, it's raw power. They sent death angels after you, but those silent forces are now tracing energy signatures they can't erase. Yours is too strong to hide. Now let's talk about the fear. It's real, isn't it? That pulse-pounding moment when you hear footsteps in the dark or catch a glance that lingers too long. They want you to feel it, to lock yourself away, to dim your light. But here's the move. Take that fear and flip it. Next time it hits, stand still. Breathe deep, 3 counts in, 3 counts out. Feel where it lives in your body. Is it a knot in your stomach? A weight on your shoulders? That's energy begging to be redirected. Say it out loud. This is mine to command. Then picture it. A blazing current surging through you, not against you. You're not afraid of the dark. You're the one the shadows answer to now. That's how you transform it. Fear becomes fuel. Socially, this gets messy. They'll try to isolate you, whisper lies, turn others against you with half-truths and pointed stares. You'll feel the weight of their misunderstanding, the sting of being the outsider in a room that doesn't get it. Don't bend. Your identity as the chosen doesn't need their approval. It's forged in something deeper. Here's your play, stay grounded. Pick one truth about yourself and hold it like a shield. I am here for a reason. Repeat it silently when they push. Then shift the dynamic. Ask them a question, direct, simple, unflinching. Why are you so afraid? Watch them falter. You're not just surviving their pressure. You're exposing its weakness. The death angels they unleashed? They're not your enemy. They're your allies now. These forces don't bow to corrupt commands. They follow the resonance of truth. You've seen the signs. Their plans unraveling, their ranks thinning, their control slipping through their fingers. That's not coincidence. It's consequence. Here's how you use it, tune in. When you feel that eerie stillness, that sense of something watching, don't flinch. Close your eyes and reach out with your intent. Ask, what do you see? Trust the first image or feeling that hits you. It's not random. Maybe it's a face, a place, a crack in their armor. That's the death angels showing you where to strike next. They're relentless because you are. Let's get practical. You're in a hostile space. Say, a meeting where they're circling, waiting for you to slip. Their energy is loud, aggressive, but you've got the upper hand. Step 1, anchor yourself. Plant your feet. Feel the ground. Let your breath steady you. Step 2, observe. Who's avoiding your gaze? Who's overcompensating with bravado? That's where their doubt lives, target it. Step 3, act. Speak one clear, calm truth. I'm not here to play your game. Watch the room shift. You're not reacting to their chaos. You're creating your own order. The death they sent lingers in the shadows, but it's watching them now, not you. This isn't about fighting every battle. It's about winning the war. They'll exhaust themselves chasing you, double-checking their defenses, sleeping with the lights on. Let them. Your strength isn't in matching their noise. It's in standing unshaken while they collapse. When the pressure peaks, when their voices rise and their threats sharpen, pause. Feel that surge inside you, the one that says you're bigger than this. That's the spiritual realm kicking in, the death angels aligning with your frequency. Whisper to yourself, I am the storm they can't outrun. Then step forward. One move, one word, one look. That's all it takes to break their grip. You're not here to fit in, you're here to dismantle. Their empire is falling because you dared to stand. So stop hiding from the forces they sent after you. Claim them. The death angels aren't their puppets. They're the universe's enforcers, and they're searching for the corrupt, not the chosen. Feel that power in your veins. When the air thickens and the shadows stretch, don't run, rise. Ask yourself, where am I strongest right now? The answer will hit you like a bolt. That's your signal to move, to speak, to act. You're not just breaking through obstacles, you're rewriting the rules. You've felt it before, haven't you? That sudden glitch in the air, the flicker of lights, the hum of electronics stuttering in ways technicians can't explain. It's not random. It's not a malfunction. It's high-dimensional information breaking through, downloading directly into your field, preparing you for what's coming, to witness the day of judgment. You're not imagining it. When the screens glitch, when static crackles through the speakers, when devices fail at the same time every night, it's a signal. The corrupt powers are scrambling, but you're tuning in. This is your moment to connect, to listen, to decode. Let's dive in, you're ready for this. First, understand what's happening. These electronic disturbances aren't accidents. They're breaches in the veil between dimensions. Science might call them electromagnetic anomalies, interference patterns that defy logic. Spiritually, it's simpler. The universe is speaking, and you're the receiver. The High Council defied universal law, and now their systems are fracturing. Their most trusted guards go missing during routine patrols. Their surveillance cameras show bizarre anomalies. Shadows moving against light sources, shapes that shouldn't exist. This isn't chaos. It's clarity. You're being shown the cracks in their armor. So stop doubting it. When the lights flicker, when the screen freezes, pause. Ask, what's here for me? The answer is waiting. Let's get practical. How do you know this is high-dimensional information and not just your mind playing tricks? Start with your body, it's your first filter. When the disturbance hits, where do you feel it? A buzz in your chest? A pressure behind your eyes? That's your system registering the download. Don't ignore it. Lean in. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and ask, is this mine, or is it theirs? If it's yours, it'll feel sharp, clear, like a jolt of electricity grounding you. If it's theirs, self-projection, fear, doubt, it'll feel heavy, murky, draining. Trust the difference. Write it down. Track the patterns. You're building your map to discern truth from noise. Now let's talk about the panic. You've seen it, haven't you? Their security teams doubling down, their voices tight as they recruit more personnel, their eyes darting to the shadows on the screens. Surveillance cameras catch anomalies, shadows that defy physics, moving against the light, vanishing when you blink. Recording devices fail at the same moments every night, like clockwork. They feel it too. Something watching, pressing against their minds, something they can't see but can't ignore. They're panicking because they're losing control. But you're not here to join their fear. You're here to rise above it. When the air thickens, when the shadows stretch, don't flinch. Stand still. Say it out loud. I am the chosen. I see what they can't. That's how you anchor yourself. Here's the move. Use their panic to your advantage. When they're scrambling, you're steady. When they're chasing shadows, you're decoding them. Next time you see those anomalies on the screens, don't look away. Stare into them. Ask, what are you showing me? Trust the first image or feeling that hits you. It's not random. Maybe it's a face, a place, a symbol. That's the high-dimensional data breaking through, pointing you to their weaknesses. Maybe it's the guard who's faltering, the plan that's failing, the lie that's unraveling. Catalog it. This isn't just observation. It's strategy. You're not just witnessing, you're preparing. Let's break this down. They're recruiting more security, locking down their spaces, sleeping with the lights on. But you're not here to match their noise. You're here to listen to the silence. Those electronic disturbances, those failed recordings, they're not your enemy. They're your allies. Here's how you use them. Tune in. When the glitch happens, close your eyes and reach out with your intent. Picture a thread of light connecting you to the source. Ask, what do I need to know? Trust the first response. Maybe it's a word, a sensation, a sudden knowing. That's the universe downloading directly into your field. Don't second guess it. Act on it. That's how you stay ahead. The emotional ride is intense, no question. 1 minute you're watching the screens, seeing shadows that shouldn't be there, feeling that pressure against your mind. The next, you're calm, centered, knowing exactly what to do. That shift isn't random. It's your alignment. Accept it. Stop fighting the fear and start wielding it. When you feel that pressure, say it out loud. I am the receiver. This is my mission. Speak it until it sticks. Your voice carries weight. Use it to anchor yourself. Then act. Write down what you saw, what you felt, what you know. This isn't just data. It's your power. Now let's get tactical. You're in a space where the disturbances are peaking. Say a room where the lights flicker, the screens glitch, the air feels heavy. Their security is circling, their voice is rising, but you've got the upper hand. Step 1. Ground yourself. Plant your feet. Feel the floor. Let your breath steady you. Step 2. Observe. Where are the anomalies strongest? Which screen is glitching? Which shadow is moving? That's where the information lives. Target it. Step 3. Connect. Close your eyes, reach out with your intent, and ask, what's here for me? Trust the response. Maybe it's a warning, a direction, a truth. That's the high-dimensional data guiding you. Act on it. This isn't about fighting every glitch, it's about mastering the connection. They'll exhaust themselves chasing shadows, double-checking their systems, sleeping with the lights on. Let them. Your strength isn't in matching their chaos. It's in standing unshaken while they collapse. When the pressure peaks, when their voices rise and their fears sharpen, pause. Feel that surge inside you, the one that says you're bigger than this. That's the high-dimensional realm kicking in, the universe aligning with your frequency. Whisper to yourself, I am the chosen. I see what they can't. Then step forward. One move, one word, one look. That's all it takes to break their grip. You're not here to fit in, you're here to dismantle. Their empire is falling because you dared to listen. So, stop hiding from the disturbances they can't explain. Claim them. The glitches, the shadows, the failed recordings. They're not their tools. They're yours. Feel that power in your veins. When the air thickens and the screens flicker, don't run. Rise. Ask yourself, where am I strongest right now? The answer will hit you like a bolt. That's your signal to move, to speak, to act. You're not just witnessing the day of judgment. You're preparing for it. You've seen their empire tremble, haven't you? The cracks are spreading now. Cold spots blooming in rooms that once radiated their false warmth. Whispers echoing down hallways they swore were secure. This isn't an accident. It's you. You're the force dismantling their centuries-old grip, and the death they sent to hunt you lingers in the shadows. Watching, waiting, but no longer for you. It's turned its gaze on them. You're not just surviving this, you're forging a new era from the rubble. Let's make it real, step by step, unapologetically, with the fire of who you are. Feel those cold spots when you walk into their spaces. The air dips, sharp and sudden, cutting through their carefully curated heat. That's not a draft. It's the energy of their foundation fracturing. Science might point to thermodynamics, a measurable drop in temperature where their control once held steady. Spiritually, it's rawer. Their lies can't hold the space anymore, and your presence is the catalyst. Don't shy away from it. Next time you feel that chill, stop. Stand in it. Breathe it in. Ask, what's breaking here? You'll sense it. A flicker of doubt in their eyes, a falter in their voices. That's your signal. Push harder. Speak your truth. Move with purpose. Let your energy flood the room. You're not just witnessing their collapse, you're driving it. Those whispers in the vacant hallways? They're not your imagination. You've heard them, soft, urgent, threading through the silence where their guards once patrolled with arrogance. It's the sound of their alliances dissolving, centuries-old partnerships fraying at the seams. You're the one unraveling them, not with loud declarations, but with the quiet, unrelenting force of your existence. Here's how you amplify it. Claim those spaces. Walk those empty corridors with intent. Picture their deals cracking, their trust eroding, their power slipping through their fingers. Say it out loud. This ends with me. Your voice isn't just sound, it's a frequency that shatters what they've built. Science confirms this. Vibrations disrupt structure. Spiritually, it's justice taking root. You're not here to wait for permission. Their hierarchy, pristine for generations, is devolving into chaos. Top priests abandoning temples, guards vanishing, desperation seeping into their ranks. You're the practitioner of this dissolution, the living proof it can be done. Start small but fierce. Identify one partnership they lean on, a key figure, a trusted system, a sacred ritual they cling to, a mover who shifts the energy, a speaker who cuts through their noise. Claim it. Step 3, act daily. Pick one small, deliberate move. Confront a lie, enter their space, speak your intent. Track the fallout. Cold spots, whispers, cracks. Step 4, adapt. When their response shifts, panic, retreat, defiance. Adjust your aim. This isn't a one-off. It's a campaign. Write it down. Make it real. You're not following someone else's plan. You're crafting the revolution. Their desperation is palpable now, isn't it? Whispers of doubt snake through their ranks, their once loyal followers questioning the script. You've seen the priests quit, the guards vanish, the air thicken with their uncertainty. That's not your burden. It's your victory. Don't get lost in their noise. When it hits, close your eyes and picture this. The death they evoked, that shadow they sent after you, standing still. It's not hunting you anymore. It's watching them. Feel that shift in your chest, that release. Say it. This isn't for me. It's for them. Let it sink in. You're free of their trap and they're caught in it. That's the new era breaking through. Here's your practice. Embody the dissolution. Walk into their warm rooms and watch the cold spots spread. Stand in their hallways and let the whispers rise. You're not just a bystander, you're the force they can't stop. Next time you're in their space, pick one target. A smug face, a shaky rule, a brittle bond. Strike it. Maybe it's a look that says I see you. A word that cuts deeper than they expect. Watch the fracture grow. Feel the power in that. You're not begging for change, you're making it. Their empire isn't just falling. It's bowing to you. This mission isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. The cold spots and whispers roaring in your favor. Others you'll doubt, wondering if you're enough. You are. When that hits, go back to your body. Feel your pulse, your breath, the ground under you. Ask, what's true right now? The answer will be clear. You're still here and they're not. That's your proof. Keep moving. Their hierarchy is chaos now, their partnership's dust, because you dared to be the chosen. Don't stop. The death they sent lingers, but it's theirs to face. You're building what comes next. You're the architect of this new era. Cold spots, whispers, and all. Their empire is a memory fading fast, and you're the one standing tall. So, take your plan, your gifts, your fire, and run with it. Ask yourself, where do I strike today? The answer's already in you, sharp and ready. Move on it. Speak it. Live it. The shadows watch, but they're not your enemy. They're your witness. This is your time. Claim it. In the end, it's not the collapse of their empire that defines you, but the unshakable clarity of your purpose rising from its ashes. A beacon forged in the cold spots and whispers, pulsing with the truth that you were never just a survivor, but the chosen, destined to reshape the universe's order with every step you take.